Hey, coming to you live from WRUE in Tennessee.
Hi, I'm Nancy Rue. I'm a scribbling woman, and so are you, and that's why we're having this conversation. You know, there are a lot of resources out there that will teach you how to write, how to get published, how to get you an agent, how to market yourself, how to self-publish. All of those resources are valid and valuable. I'm just not one of them. Even though I've written 125 books and had them traditionally published, and I've mentored over 100 authors, I really can't tell you how to live a writerly life that is unique to you. So right now, you're officially a Scribbly. So let's chat. I should start by explaining just what the Sam Hill, a scribbling woman, is. A couple of years ago, I was working on a novel in which my protagonist announced to me that she was a big fan of Nathaniel Hawthorne. Now, she's a 21st century author. Nathaniel, back in the 19th century. You remember him, House of the Seven Gables. You probably slogged through the Scarlet Letter when you were in high school and you wanted to tell those people what they could do with their big old A. So I was researching quotes from Nathaniel to use as chapter headings. And I came across this one in a letter that he wrote to his publisher in 1855 when he didn't have a contract. And he shamelessly whined to William Tickner.
America is now inundated by a damn mob of scribbling women.
Really?
And I should have no chance of success while the public's taste is occupied with their trash.
The what now?
Generally, women write like emasculated men and are only to be distinguished from male authors by greater folliness and folly.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Nathaniel.
I wish they were forbidden to write on pain of having their faces scarified with oyster shell.
Okay. Can somebody mute him? Yeah, you can imagine how that landed with me. So I put it out there on Facebook, emailed all my female writer friends, and I said, ladies, what do you think about this? Well, the response was loud and it was furious. About 50 other writers emailed me, texted me, messaged me, and said, hello. My favorite was by my fellow scribbly, A.R. Geiger. She's the author of the Ghost Rider saga. And she said, I, for one, think he's right. We have taken over. Scribbling women, unite. So we did. We are now a 2-year-old online group called the Scribbling Women. Every month we have a themed Zoom session in which we discuss everything from how to make your setting a character and what to do when you're in a creative slump. We have a lively Facebook group in which we are constantly interacting with each other, answering questions and saying, hey, look what I did this week. We have once a week silent scribbling, in which scribblies get together on Zoom and simply write, work on their own projects. The results of that are amazing. We also have bi-monthly Sharing Scribblies Live, in which we come together and writers share their work and we give positive feedback. Scribblies can have a Scribbly sidekick, so they get one-on-one encouragement and support. And we've also started in-person retreats. The results have been awesome. Writers whose careers were stalled started up again. Those who had been afraid to even begin are now blossoming. Scribblies have shared their work when they were too shy to do that before. Some have gotten agents. Several have had the courage to self-publish. But I think the most important result is that each of us has realized we have our own unique writing life. And so the roof is blown off of creativity from Ireland to Switzerland, from Chile to Canada. So it's not just America that's being inundated with these scribbling women. It's the whole world. So take that, Nathaniel. Bless your heart. So in this podcast, we're going to talk about the 4 strands of the tapestry that makes up the writerly life, yours, your unique one that you create. The first of those is dream discovery. Now, we live in a society where we are supposed to optimize freaking everything. You can't knit a sweater without people saying, oh, you should put that on Etsy. Oh, you should have those manufactured. You could make a lot of money. And we are supposed to multitask all the time. We are never far away from our phone or our tablet or that little computer thingy that we have on our wrist. We're not supposed to waste a minute. And as women, that is even more so. If you are a married woman, for example, then you have a house to keep up. You have a husband to negotiate with. You got to raise those kids so they can have an impressive resume before they even start middle school. You have your health to take care of so you don't stroke out before you're 40. There's the earth to be considered so that it doesn't stroke out before your grandchildren are in their 40s. And if you're single, then you are the one who is responsible for saving enough money to get out of your parents' basement or keep that mortgage or that rent going while trying to hold down a full-time job that may evaporate at some point. And then there's the whole social thing and you looking in the mirror saying, does this outfit make me look fat? And add to that us as writers. Because let's face it, we have to write. If we don't, we turn into the Wicked Witch of the West. We shrivel and die, or somebody else does. So when we do make time to sit down and write, we feel like we have to be productive as writers all the time. Time is money. I got to get this short story done. I got to send out this proposal. But if we don't dream first, then here's what happens. We produce things that are about as taste-free as fast food. Our creativity gets all boxed in and we can't play. It's clogged like those arteries we're so concerned about. Our souls scream, please listen to me. And then eventually, if we don't listen, they give up. And we get really depressed about that writerly life that doesn't exist. Well, you can write a formula romance that way, but you can't write a true love story. You can create a great little cozy mystery, but you won't be exploring the mysteries of life. So here on this podcast, we're going to give you permission to dream your own way. And that will happen in our next episode. The second strand of the tapestry is story shaping. And this is where we'll help you discover your own process. There's no hack. There's no webinar. In fact, we'll let the process itself of creating the process be creative, and it will be authentic to you. So we're going to talk about seeking inspiration, how you do that, how you bond with your characters, not just create them, but have a relationship with them. As woo-woo as that sounds, we're writers. We make stuff up and expect other people to believe it. So yeah. We will also talk about nudging a story into shape your way. I cringe at the thought of how many times I told people in workshops, this is the way that you construct a story. That won't be happening here. We'll help you to create your own fictive world and get lost in it. We'll help you to meet the needs of the audience that you dream up. You'll be able to trust your process, your way. The third strand in the tapestry is career creating. Now, you've already figured out that becoming a writer is not like becoming a doctor or an interior designer. There's no trajectory. There's no license. There's really not even a college major that will guarantee success in this area. There are no guarantees in the arts. So what do? We're going to help you create your own vision. What is it that you want to do so that the world can see what it is you want to express? Marketing, platform, that strikes fear in the hearts of most creative people, but that can be creative. We'll help you to find your way. We're going to assist you in discovering your own skill set, using that and forgetting the rest. We'll go into how to invest in yourself? When do you need a course? When do you need some assistance with that self-publishing? And what don't you need for your individual writerly life? And we will also, and this is what we excel at in the Scribbling Women, is figuring out what support do you need and how to reach out for that. Because the idea that writing is a solitary profession is a big old myth. So basically, you'll create your own job description, your map, your milestones. You're going to be the best boss you ever had. And finally, that fourth strand, life living. Because writing isn't what you do, it's who you are. It's your wholeness. And your life can be sculpted to support that, from a full-time everything to eating something other than ramen, wherever you are in your life, whatever your season. Because the Scribblies come from all walks of life and all ages, from the 20-something who's just jump-starting her career to the 75-year-old who's saying, wait, I still got it, and if not now, when? And everything in between. And again, we'll help you to gather the community that you need to live this writerly life. You'll be able to establish your own rhythm, not a regimen, not a schedule, not a regime, but your own natural rhythm. And we're going to talk a lot about getting rid of the stuff you don't need so that your mind and your soul are clear to be that scribbling woman that you really long to be. We want your life to be magical and open and curious. It's a way of living that you can have no matter what your life situation. Well, that kind of sounds like a pitch, right? But it's really not. It's an invitation to join us. I've used the word we a great deal in the things that I've been talking about. And that's because I'm not the only one you're going to see and hear. From time to time, you'll have your fellow Scribblies here. And they are not the women who are writing breakout novels and appearing on The Tonight Show. These are women like you. These are women who are where you are, doing what you're doing, and you are going to love them. This is about shifting from what other people think you should do and becoming the writer that you are and the person you are. No prescription, no promises. We'll be your companion in creating your own unique writerly life. I'm always going to end these podcasts with a scribbling nudge, something for you to think about, something for you to journal about and ponder in your dream time. So this time, think about what stands in the way of you dreaming. We'll talk about that next time. And until then, scribble on.